Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Roshida Muhammad, representing my friends from University Malaysia Terengganu. We present a study titled Scorecard for Members of Parliament or MPs in Malaysia for Minggu Penyelidikan Inovasi 2021. My presentation today will include introduction, research problem, literature review, methodology, and also the discussion. For introduction, Parliament is an important body in a democratic country. Through its representative, through MPs, the concern and interests of the people are channeled. So, as the representative of people, the MPs are highly crucial in setting the issues debated, lobbying, and also creating it as laws or policies in the countries. However, with the complexities of government administration nowadays, the MPs have lost the original function that they're supposed to perform. This could leave space for the MPs to act opportunistically of their duties and also to ignore the needs of preferences of the constituents. Therefore, a good indicator for measurement performance of MPs is needed. For example, through a scorecard of MPs. Okay, what is a scorecard for MPs? Scorecard is an index-based framework assessment through the activities of MPs that can be measured. The aim of the scorecard is to give a simple and clear way for the government in particular or citizens generally to assess the performance of MPs. For research problem, in the previous election, which was held in 2008 and 2013, the results were unexpected. The opposition front able to deny the two-third majority of the ruling BN. Again, in the last general election 2018, the opposition coalition Pakatan Harapan was able to end the BN's 61 years rule in Malaysia. Political analysts argue that the swing votes was due to the public call for change towards more transparent and more accountable government. This shows that Malaysians have become more skeptical about their government. With the current political situation in Malaysia, it is timely to set up a means to monitor how MPs carry out their duties as a representative of people. Most studies were conducted in United States. These studies talk about the context of legislation and also created a new measure of legislative effectiveness. For example, Cox and Terry 2008, counting the numbers of bills and the number of bills passed in Congress to measure legislative effectiveness. Walden and Wiseman 2014, also using parliamentary motion to measure legislative in US Congress. And lastly, the latest one, Akiraf 2019, using productivity scale by combining bills, parliamentary question, parliamentary motion, and also 1 minute speech to measure effectiveness of legislative not only in US but also in UK and also Israel. This figure simplifies on the use of parliamentary tools in most of literature. Basically, the measurement of MPs based on the original rules of MPs, which are enacting laws, overseeing the government, and representing people. To perform their roles, MPs have several areas which are participating in parliament and also meeting with constituents. Therefore, through the parliamentary tools such as parliamentary question, parliamentary motion, private bill, 1 minute speech, and ministry question time, and also assessment from the constituents as indicators for measuring the MPs. One MPs may only present one major issue but able to attract government action. However, in doing so, they require a first step, which is to initiate a bill of parliament question. Some MPs choose to do so, while others may not. There are other parliamentary tools which are quite constrained and required for quota. Therefore, the MPs can choose to be more productive by using the tools that less constraints and no quota. In Malaysian Parliament, there are few parliamentary tools available for MPs, such as private bills, minister time question, parliamentary question, and parliamentary motion. However, we have to omit private bill as a parliamentary tool because since Malaysia independence in 1957, there was no private bill was passed in Malaysian Parliament. Only recently, one private bill by Datuk Haji Hadi from PAS was agreed to be debated, but still on hold for debate until now. Therefore, for a scorecard in Malaysia, we only consider for ministry times question, parliamentary question, and also parliamentary motion. According to Akira 2019, in order to measure parliamentary tools, we need to weight them based on their constraints. Our scale gives the weight of 20% for ministry question time since every MP has the opportunity to participate by asking questions to minister before Q&A session in parliament. Then our scales give 40% for each parliamentary question and parliamentary motion, since these two tools have medians procedure. They have certain quota set up by their political party. To compute the final score for each MPs, we multiply the numbers of question or motion by weight mentioned. Then we added the tools together to get the final score. To assess the MP's productivity, we are also doing survey among the constituents. The survey is based on the concept of good governance. There are 8 principles of good governance, which are inclusivity, transparency, accountability, effectiveness and efficiency, equity, responsiveness, rule of laws, and professionalism. Implication for this study is first, for better understanding of the government on how MPs act or behavior. Second, this study also able to strengthen the ability of Parliament to be more relevant in policy process in Malaysia. Here is the example of scorecard for MPs. Basically, the scorecard is based on the performance of MPs in Parliament and assessment from their constituents. This scorecard will be adapted in our study that we received grant from Terengganu Integrity and Strategy Institute thesis. The title of study is regarding to assessment performance of Terengganu State Assemblyman. That's all. Thank you for listening.